There comes a point in every journey where striving no longer serves you, where all the effort, all the tension, all the pushing becomes the very wall between you and the thing you desire. You've been told to work harder, to hustle, to make it happen. But creation does not come from strain, it comes from stillness. The moment you relax, you align yourself with the power that knows no resistance. To relax is not to give up, it is to trust. It is to know that the unseen is working in your favor. The same power that makes your heart beat, that turns night into day without your command, is the same power that will bring to life every vision you hold in the silence of your imagination. When you relax, you move from wanting to knowing. You stop begging life to give you what you already possess in the unseen. You begin to allow. Allowing is the secret movement of creation. It is the invisible handshake between your desire and its fulfillment. Close your eyes and see yourself already living the life you long for. Don't ask how, don't chase when. Just be there in your mind. Feel the peace of knowing it is done. The world around you may look the same, but something within you has shifted. The moment you accept the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the universe reorganizes itself to reflect that state. Do not confuse effort with power. The river does not fight to flow. The flower does not force itself to bloom. In the same way, your desires unfold when you stop interfering with them through worry, doubt, or fear. The impossible becomes possible when you cease to question how it will happen and rest in the certainty that it must. You were never meant to chase miracles. You are meant to allow them. You were never meant to struggle for manifestation. You are meant to receive it. The door was never locked. You only needed to stop pushing long enough to see it was open all along. Relax, breathe, let go. Every dream, every goal, every vision is already real in the unseen. And when you stop striving to make it happen, when you simply allow it to be, the impossible will manifest right before your eyes. Naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. When you truly begin to understand the rhythm of creation, you'll see that life doesn't ask you to struggle. It asks you to remember. Every desire that rises within you is already known by the infinite intelligence that animates you. The longing you feel is not a sign of lack. It's the whisper of fulfillment calling you home. The dream is not something you chase. It's something you recognize as already existing in another dimension of your awareness. The act of relaxation is the bridge between the seen and the unseen. When you release the tension of trying to control outcomes, you step into alignment with the current of your own creation. What seems impossible begins to move toward you with a quiet certainty, because the impossible only exists in the realm of resistance. The moment resistance dissolves, the miraculous becomes ordinary. It takes courage to be still. The world praises constant motion, endless productivity, ceaseless effort. Yet all true creation begins in stillness. Every invention, every masterpiece, every transformation was first a thought, a quiet spark held long enough in imagination until it clothed itself in form. Stillness is not inactivity, it is power at rest. And when you learn to rest in the assurance that what you desire is already unfolding, you discover a peace that no circumstance can shake. Think of the seed resting in the soil. It does not strain to become the tree. It does not worry whether it will grow or when the rain will come. Its potential is already encoded within it. The same intelligence that guides the seed to sprout and the stars to move in perfect harmony is guiding your life right now. The only thing required of you is trust, not blind hope, but quiet confidence. The human mind, restless and conditioned by fear, is always tempted to do something. It wants proof, timelines, guarantees. It questions whether the unseen power will truly respond. Yet the moment you begin to doubt, you interrupt the flow. You plant your seed one day and dig it up the next to check if it's growing. The soil cannot work that way. Creation cannot unfold that way. You must let it be. Allowing is not passive, it's an act of profound faith. It's standing in the invisible and claiming the reality of what cannot yet be seen. You move through your day as though the thing you desire is already here, because in truth it is. You feel the satisfaction of it, the gratitude for it, the certainty of it. And that feeling becomes the magnet that draws its physical counterpart into your experience. When you learn to live in that feeling, you will find that your external actions become guided, effortless, inspired. You no longer act from anxiety but from knowing. You no longer push against life but move with its rhythm. The impossible begins to feel natural because you have shifted from the state of seeking to the state of being. You are not meant to force results. You are meant to assume the end, to inhabit the feeling of already having received. This is the secret art of creation, not in doing, but in being. The feeling is the cause, and the outer world is merely its reflection. What you hold in consciousness becomes the mirror of your life. Relaxation, then, is a sacred act. It is saying to life, I trust you. I no longer need to fight for what is already mine. It's the quiet surrender that opens every locked door. The paradox is that when you stop chasing your desires, they begin to chase you. You become the center of gravity, and everything that belongs to you naturally finds its way. Your imagination is not fantasy. It is the creative womb of the universe expressing through you. Every image you hold in that inner space has life, structure, energy. When you see yourself already living your dream, when you feel the truth of it, that image is impressed upon the unseen field of creation. It begins to rearrange circumstances, people, and events to reflect that inner assumption. You don't have to know how. You only have to know it is done. And yet so many remain caught in the trap of impatience. They plant a thought and immediately look around to see if it has appeared. They speak of faith but live in doubt. They declare abundance but think poverty. They visualize love but feel lonely. They repeat affirmations but carry fear in their hearts. This is not creation. This is contradiction. The outer world responds not to your words but to your state. You cannot deceive energy. You must feel what you wish to experience even before it comes. When you relax, you become receptive. You stop projecting confusion and start transmitting clarity. You become a clear signal for your own desire. The universe doesn't respond to noise, it responds to harmony. The more you rest in peace, the more effortlessly the external world begins to align. You'll notice small coincidences, timely encounters, subtle synchronicities, each one a quiet reminder that your inner world is being reflected outward. And if ever doubt returns, as it often does, remember that doubt is simply faith misplaced. It's faith in the wrong direction. Instead of believing in delay or impossibility, gently bring your awareness back to the feeling of certainty. Relax once more into the knowing that the unseen is faithful. You don't have to chase outcomes. You only have to remain in the state of fulfillment long enough for the picture to form. Let your imagination be your sanctuary. Go there often. Walk through the life you desire as though it's your present reality. Hear the conversations you would have if your dream were already real. Feel the texture of that experience. the relief, the joy, the calm assurance. And then carry that feeling back into your waking world. Act as the person who already lives that life. Speak as them. Think as them. The outer world will conform. It's not about pretending. It's about embodying. When you embody the vibration of your desired state, the impossible dissolves. You move from effort to ease, from struggle to surrender. The more natural your assumption becomes, the faster reality rearranges itself. Every event, every delay, every encounter is simply part of that rearrangement. The orchestration of divine timing, bringing your unseen world into visibility. Do not rush the process. The caterpillar cannot skip the cocoon. The night cannot skip the dawn. The delay you perceive is not denial, it's preparation. Every waiting moment is a quiet shaping of your faith. Life is not testing you, it's tuning you. Each doubt, each pause, each challenge is refining your ability to trust. There is immense strength in stillness. To be calm when everything urges you to panic, that is mastery. To smile when results are unseen, that is power. To rest in faith when logic argues otherwise, that is creation. The universe responds to the calm mind, not the chaotic one. When you hold your peace, you hold dominion. Imagine standing in a storm, yet feeling untouched. Around you, circumstances roar, but within you, silence. That silence is not emptiness, it is fullness. It is the infinite potential of all things waiting to unfold through you. When you learn to remain still in that place, miracles are no longer accidents. They are your natural expression. Every great shift in your life begins not with action, but with awareness. When you change the way you feel, you change the way reality responds. The person who knows they are abundant will always find abundance. The one who feels love will always encounter love. Life is a mirror. It reflects whatever you dare to hold as true. You must dare to believe in the unseen. You must dare to relax even when logic screams otherwise. There will be moments when you feel nothing is happening. Yet beneath the surface, everything is. Just as the seed quietly expands underground before it breaks through the soil, your manifestations are forming in silence before they appear in sight. Trust that unseen activity. Relaxation is not laziness. It is alignment. It is choosing to move with the current instead of against it. It is realizing that what you desire is not separate from you, but an extension of your being. You are not trying to attract something external. You are revealing what has always been within. Every dream that calls to you is your higher self showing you what already exists in potential. When you align with that vibration through relaxation, belief, and emotional acceptance, you collapse the distance between potential and manifestation. Time bends around faith. What once seemed far suddenly appears near. What seemed impossible becomes inevitable. Stop measuring your progress with your senses. The eyes deceive. The heart knows. When you feel the reality of your desire more vividly than you see the evidence of its absence, creation has already begun. You are not waiting for it to happen, you are waiting for it to appear. Let every breath remind you that you are connected to something vast, intelligent, and benevolent. You are not alone in your creation. The power that sustains the universe is breathing through you right now. It knows the path. It knows the way. You don't need to figure it out. You only need to stay in tune with it. To relax is to open the door for grace. Grace does what effort cannot. It moves through unseen corridors, touches hearts, rearranges circumstances, and delivers outcomes that your logic could never orchestrate. And when it arrives, you realize it was never about control. It was always about surrender. So breathe deeper. Smile more often. Walk lightly. Trust that your desires are already on their way, because they are. Every time you relax into faith, you send a silent command to the universe. I am ready. I am allowing. And in that allowance, the infinite responds. Effortlessly, perfectly, inevitably. The impossible does not require more effort. It requires less resistance. The universe is not testing you. It is waiting for you to let go. And the moment you truly do, the very thing you thought was beyond reach will appear. Quietly, gracefully, beautifully, as though it had been waiting for you all along. So now, let this truth settle deep within you. You were never meant to fight for what is already yours. The power that breathes through galaxies also breathes through you. The same intelligence that paints the sunrise, that moves oceans and births stars, is the very force shaping your reality. When you finally stop struggling, when you finally stop doubting, when you simply relax and allow, the walls that once seemed immovable will dissolve like mist in the morning sun. You don't have to chase the miracle. You are the miracle. You don't have to beg the universe. You are the universe in expression. The moment you trust this, the impossible loses its name. It becomes natural, inevitable, effortless. So be still. Believe. Rest in the knowing that everything you have imagined is already finding its way to you. The more you let go, the faster it flows. The moment you truly allow, the impossible manifests. Not because you forced it, but because you finally remembered who you are, the creator, not the seeker.